Hello everybody, it is Michael from Replica Airguns with another Which is the Best video review. Today we're looking at Sig Sauer pistols. We're going to focus in on the P226. I'm kind of including the 229/228. I don't really have any 228s, but they kind of would fit into this category if I had any of them, but I don't at this time. I have an assortment of different type of ammunitions that these guns shoot. Everything from pellet to steel BB, which we have steel BB here, steel BB here, steel BB here. We also have a couple airsoft pistols. These two guys right here are airsoft pistols, okay? I know in my last videos I didn't include airsoft pistols. A lot of these guns, when you buy them, you can get them in different ammo types. So you can get them in steel BB, 4.5mm, or 6mm airsoft. So I really wasn't covering the airsoft side of things. But with KWC, you can typically get those guns in either airsoft or steel BB, and there are some KJ Works guns now coming out that do shoot 4.5mm steel BB as well. Alright, so what do we have? Well, we pretty much have 226s all around. Now this Umrex, this is a steel BB gun as well. It kind of fits into, I don't know what it fits into, but it does look like a Sig. You can see it definitely looks like a Sig. It isn't styled exactly after a Sig. It isn't called the Sig by Umrex, it's called the HPP, but it does have that Sig look, so I thought I'd include it. And this one is steel BB with blowback. Now all of these guns have blowback operation. Most of them use CO2. Some of them can use either CO2 or green gas mags. The Sig Sauer here, this is a pellet pistol. This uses the rotary mag. I don't even think I do have a mag in it, so I can show you that. So this guy here has this pellet mag, which is quite a bit different than the other guns, which have the stacking mag. See if we can get in here. You can see it's a rotary mag, right? Okay, and it's double-sided, 8 rounds on each side, whereas most of these other guns are going to have full-size mags other than the HPP, but all the rest will have full-size magazines like this. Now this one is actually a gas mag. You can see it's got the gas input here. There we go. That took a while to focus. Sometimes it doesn't like to focus too close. But you put green gas or propane in this magazine. This gun, the P226, can take, I believe there are CO2 mags for it as well. We have like these Sig Sauer X5s over here, and these ones, they take CO2. You pop a CO2 in it. Now basically these two on the end, both 4.5mm steel BB. One is the X5 with the rail setup, okay, so it's got the sort of compensator on here, it's got the rail, it's got the flared magwell on it, and it's got slightly different sights, as you can see here. They're more adjustable, so if you took the rail off, then you could you wouldn't have the red dot, but you'd have adjustable sights. So there's a lot of variables with the rail version, the X5 rail version. But getting back to that HPP, I did want to show you, it does have your stick mag, and it's just plastic. That's really the only downside to this gun, is this plastic magazine. That said, the entire rest of the gun is all metal, and it actually has a lot of weight to it. This gun also has really good blowback operation. It has about a 400 FPS power, so velocity, which is pretty high for blowback, and the trigger on it isn't bad. The downside is that this hammer here is just for show. Right, you can see it's just for show. It doesn't even move. It will go back when the slide moves back, but it doesn't really do anything other than that, right? But the gun feels really great. It's really fun to shoot, and even though it's really a double action trigger at the end of the day, it's a nice, smooth, easy to pull double action trigger. It also has the rail, right? And this gun, I believe, was selling for about $100 back in the day. I don't know if you can get it anymore. I'm not sure if you can, but that was, it's been one of my kind of favorite little BB shooters. And I've had it for a long time, so it's been a great gun. So let's just keep going through these guns. All right, moving on to the Sig Sauer P226. Now this gun is actually distributed through Sig, through the actual company. If I can get it to focus here. There we go. Real nice gun, all metal gun, right? It's got a working decocker / safety. There is no real slide catch release because it is a pellet gun. There's no way of actually knowing when the magazine, the rotary mag, is out of ammunition, so it doesn't have a slide catch release that actually works. But it does have the magazine release, double-sided. I guess you call it a stick mag, but it is a pellet mag. Really nice looking gun. You've got your rail on here. You have this piece that comes off as well. So I imagine you could put like a mock suppressor on it if you wanted to, right? All Sig branded, all metal, really nice gun, shoots pellets, fairly accurate, fairly high FPS for a pellet blowback, not too bad. We'll just keep moving along the top here. Again, I'll take a look at this X5. This is the Sig X5. Had this gun for a long time, right? And it isn't made in Germany, but it's just the licensing. This is licensed through Cybergun. That's why it has the Sig Sauer licensing on it. And full-size dropout mag, CO2 mag, full blowback operation, right? Really nice gun. Single and double action trigger, rail, all metal gun pretty much. You do have that ugly writing on there, but really nice gun. Check out my reviews for all these guns. You can find them on the channel and over on the Replica Airguns website. I do have reviews for them. This is the rail version, the sight rail version, and I've got a little Walther red dot on here. You can put whatever you want kind of red dot on it. And again, all metal, pretty much the same gun as this, but just slightly different cosmetics, right? You have the flared mag well on the bottom, right? So it has this flared mag well. It's basically your, you know, your more competition shooter, right? You have this compensator as well, right? You do have adjustable sights. Other than that, it's pretty much the same gun. So if you were to take off all this hardware, you'd have pretty much almost the same gun with more adjustable target sights on it. Nice gun. Blowback, everything, right? Now moving along, we'll move down the bottom here. We have this Sig Sauer P226. This is a Cybergun gun as well, and it's basically, this one I believe is a KJ Works gun. Focus, and I'll show you why I say that in a second here. But it's a KJ Works gun distributed through Cybergun. I did cut off the red tip because Cybergun is a US company, and I did have to take the red tip off of this one when it came in. But again, you know, all sorts of working parts, right? Full-size mag. This one is green gas, but you can put different mags in it as well, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in a sec here. All metal gun, Sig licensed, and the reason I say it's from KJ Works is because this is the KJ Works version of the same gun. The only thing different about it is that it doesn't have the Sig licensing, and this one actually has a CO2 mag in it, okay? But the mags are the same. I could hot swap these mags, no problem. They are, you know, swappable because they're just, this is the CO2 mag and that's the green gas mag. But this is the same gun, both from KJ Works. One is just distributed through Cybergun and has the Sig licensing on it. But I did want to bring this in to show you. Both of these guns are airsoft as well. Last but not least, we have what would be a P229, okay? So it's a Sig P229, and this is a KJ Works gun as well, airsoft version, right? No licensing on it because it's just a KJ Works gun, right? It has a green gas mag, but I believe you can get CO2 mags for it as well, right? 229, so it's kind of like a 228 in size, but it has this piece that goes all the way along. So a 228 is a little different. I believe the difference is that the 229 has like it's a stamped steel slide, whereas the 228 would be probably forged, right? So slightly different slides on them, but both of them really nice guns. They both have the shorter length to them. The 228 I believe doesn't generally have the rail on the front, so it's a little smoother, but they're very similar other than that in size especially, right? So this gun, again, blowback operation, a lot of working parts like the other KJ Works / Cybergun guns. A lot of really cool things going for all these guns. You know, it's really hard to pick my favorite, to be honest. That said, I'm going to go with the most unique and interesting gun here, which is the Sig. Now this gun is actually distributed through Sig. The reason I'm going to go with it is I just like the way it feels in my hand. I like that it's a pellet shooter because I don't get to shoot a lot of pellet guns. I'm always shooting BB guns, or seems like I am. So to shoot a pellet gun with a rifled barrel, you know, even though it doesn't have as high capacity a mag, you've got to swap it over after every 8 rounds. It's just still kind of nice to shoot a pellet shooter every once in a while, and this gun has a great feel to it. The weight and everything just feels great, and the blowback action is decent on it as well. So with all those things kind of going for it, And I like the look. I like the olive green, or whatever you want to call it. I like the contrast between the black on it. I like the look of it, and I like this kind of piece on the front here that you can remove, you know, potentially put something else on there, maybe a mock suppressor or something like that. But I like it. It just sort of complements the gun. I think it looks pretty cool. Alright, thanks for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Also check out my other Which is the Best Airgun video. I've got one for my 1911s. I've got one for my Berettas, like the Beretta 92 series. I think I'm going to do a revolver series too. Might as well keep the ball rolling with these Which is the Best Airgun videos. Alright, if you're interested in buying some of these guns, we don't necessarily have all of them available in our Replica Airgun store, but check out our replicaairguns.ca and replicaairguns.us online airgun stores for Canada and the US. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.